What's going on there, YouTube, and welcome back to another comic book video. Okay, so we are going to continue our coverage over Mark Waid's Daredevil, and we do pick up with issues number 8, 9, and 10. Now, this three-part story arc does introduce the Purple Children, of course being the children of the Purple Man. Now, as you may know, the Purple Man is one of the most messed up characters in Marvel Comics because he has the ability to control people and make them do whatever he wants. And a lot of times it's some very dark stuff. Matter of fact, if you have seen Jessica Jones season 1 or read her books as well, you know this character very well. And so when it comes to him having children, you already know how he was able to have those kids. He would use his ability to make women do sexual things for him, including getting pregnant by him. And then after the child is old enough, he would come back and take the child away from the mother and try to do different things to make sure the mother cannot come back for their kids. And so in the opening pages of today's video, we see him going after his last child he's trying to get, and that would be Jamie. Now, once he is able to get Jamie, you then have him use his powers on the mother of Jamie to make her commit suicide. And that's what I mean right there. He does different kinds of methods to make sure that these mothers cannot come back for their kids at all. But apparently he now has all 5 of his kids with him again. But the question is, what is he going to do next? Now, picking up with Matt Murdock, around this time in Marvel Comics, Matt Murdock had moved from New York over to San Francisco. You have to remember that he was debarred in New York once he told the world, once again, that he was Daredevil. And because he did do a lot of cases over the years in New York, you had the New York board say, you cannot be a lawyer here at all. A lot of your old cases are about to get thrown out because you were Daredevil in those cases trying to help yourself win those cases. And that right there is not okay. And so he moved over to San Francisco with Kirsten McDuffin, his new girlfriend, and they have opened up a new law firm. But they have been dating for a while. And so with that, it's about time for him to meet her father. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to Kirsten and her father, they don't get along at all, especially after he got married to her stepmother, somebody who's a whole lot younger. Either way, when it comes to Kirsten, she does tell Matt that she feels like it's the right time to try to reconnect with her father like Matt did with his mother in our last video. And so you have Kirsten down to have dinner with her father as long as Matt comes with her. Now, when they do arrive right off the bat, you have her father say, the reason why I brought you here because Kirsten and I, we had talked to one another, and I heard that your law firm is not doing well at all. And so this is where I'm going to step in. See, I want to offer you $8 million to write a book about your life. And if you say yes, the money is all yours, and we can save your business. Now, Matt had no idea that his business is not doing well because he's always out there being Daredevil. But Kirsten, she knows. But she lies right here and saying, well, we're not that bad off. We are a tad bit, but don't worry, Dad. We can recover. But in reality, it's a whole lot worse than what she is letting on. Now, this leads into a private conversation between Matt and Kirsten. Now, when it comes to Matt, he told Kirsten's father, give me some time to properly think about it. But at the same time, he's actually considering of taking up that offer to make $8 million. Now, when it comes to Kirsten, she says, listen, do not fall for my father's trap. That is how he gets people to do whatever he wants them to do. Now, while you have the two characters talking to one another, that is when you have Kirsten get a call from the mayor. And apparently something big has happened. And so you have Matt head over to the crime scene. Now, once he does arrive, we begin to learn that there was a witness who had recorded the whole entire thing when it came to Purple Man trying to get his last child. But here's the thing. He was caught by the Purple Man while he was trying to hide to record everything. And so when it came to the Purple Man, he used his powers on the witness by saying, if you show anybody that footage, you have to kill yourself. And so when it comes to the police officers trying to get the phone away from the witness, once they do it and they show Daredevil it was the Purple Man, you have this guy wanting to kill himself. And that's how powerful the Purple Man is. He's no longer in the area, but he is still able to affect people in different kinds of ways. And so you have Daredevil being able to stop the guy before he is able to shoot himself. But then we jump over to the Purple Man. Now, when it comes to the Purple Man, the reason why he went around to grab all these kids is, for one, he wanted to be a family with his children. But two, he wanted to use his powers with their powers to help him control more people across the world, the possibility of nations across the world. That's how powerful they could be together if he is able to plan things through carefully. Except he didn't realize that his kids are more powerful than he is when they're all together. And so you have the purple children being able to use their powers on their father, to control him, to make him walk out in the middle of the street where he is hit by a vehicle just like that. And so we're left to believe that, one, he is dead, but now two, the Purple Man children are able to wreak havoc across San Francisco. Now, as we dive into the second chapter, we do pick up with the purple children just wandering around the city. Now, this begins the process of us learning about their second ability, because while they're just wandering around the city, you have people just acting completely different. Some insane, some are sad, some are happy, some are depressed. But the question is why? And we all know it's because of the purple children. Now, you do have a cop car come by, and you didn't have one of the kids saying, I want to be able to drive a cop car. And you have the rest of his siblings say, hey, don't worry, you can. Just say the magic words. And you have the cops in the car beginning the process of handing over their cop car over to the purple children. We then jump over to Matt Murdock, who is currently with Kirsten and also Foggy. Now, I kind of want to give you a quick reminder about Foggy. See, when it came to Foggy a few videos ago, we had learned that he had cancer. Now, that was a huge problem. And the reason why, because when Matt told the world for sure this time that he was Daredevil, the concerns were, would the enemies of Daredevil go after Foggy as a way to get to Matt Murdock? And so what they did was they faked Foggy's death as a way to move him over to San Francisco, but under a different name, so that he'll be able to continue to still have his cancer treatments. But of course, to keep the bad guys away from him. Now, when it comes to Matt Murdock, he's telling Foggy about writing a book for $8 million. Now, for Foggy, he does have some concerns. The first is that Matt has gone through a lot over the years. He has lost a lot of people over the years. He has basically failed a lot of times over the years. And when it comes to Foggy, he wants to make sure, are you really ready to share all those different kind of things with the rest of the world? But then you have Matt say, well, yes, because I'm getting paid for $8 million. Now, here's the thing. You also have Foggy say, okay, you know what? Maybe it is a good idea, but you can't write that book because unfortunately, I seen your writing skills. I seen your typing skills. It's horrible. Matter of fact, if we didn't have an editor, we will look really bad in court cases left and right. And so you have Matt say, fine, you know what? We can bring someone else in to help me write. Possibly Kirsten. Now, you do have the three characters going to a nearby diner to grab a bite to eat until Matt realized there is trouble in the city and he has to leave. And we already know what that trouble is, the purple children. They took a cop car for a joyride, and so it's up to Matt Murdock to be able to actually stop them, which he is able to do, except right after he does that, you didn't have the purple children begin to call in other people who are nearby to jump on Matt Murdock. It is technically an entire mob jumping on Matt Murdock because they're all under the purple children's control. Now, we do jump over to the morgue, and when we do, we kind of find out that the Purple Man is not dead. Now, he was declared dead, but apparently he is not. And he was able to get right back up, and he continues on to go look for his children. But getting back over to Daredevil, who's fighting against the Purple Children, we learn that they have a second ability where they are able to, well, make other people feel what they feel. So for example, if one of the children is feeling sad, then people around that child will feel sad. If another one feels depressed, then people around that child will also feel depressed. And so then when it comes to Daredevil, when he is able to catch back up with the children, all their emotions are hitting him at once, and he cannot handle that at all, to the point where he just collapses on the ground, and the children are able to get away. Now, he does try his best to get back up, but while doing that, well, he has another visitor, and that would be the Purple Man. And so as we dive into the third chapter and the final chapter for today's video, you do have Matt Murdock getting beat down by the Purple Man. Now, this is the Purple Man looking for his children. He knows that his children was there. He knows that Daredevil had just fought against his children. But unfortunately, Daredevil cannot answer those questions because right now he's still being affected by the Purple Children and their emotions. But either way, you do have Matt Murdock being able to deliver one powerful kick, but he has to leave to go recover because the Purple Man was beating down on Matt Murdock to the point where Homeboy began to bleed from his head. Now we jump over to the office of Matt and Kirsten, where we pick up with Kirsten on the phone with her father, where he is wondering, has Matt made a decision on what he is going to do when it comes to the book? Now she has to tell her father no, but while on the phone with her father, we see that the bills are piling up left and right. A lot of bills are overdue, and so she has no choice but to tell Matt to take the offer so that they can pay their bills. Now, that is when you have Matt come back to the office to recover, and so you have Kirsten get off the phone with her father. Now, here's the thing, because you have Matt tell Kirsten what happened to him, the Purple Children and the Purple Man, but Matt realized that the children are technically innocent. The only reason why they are acting the way they are is because who their father is. And so it's Matt saying, I have to find those kids before the Purple Man does. But the question is right now, where would they go? Now, luckily for Kirsten, she's from San Francisco. She knows one place where all kids would love to go to. Now we kind of find out the children have gone over to an arcade where most kids love to go to. Now, while you have the kids just minding their business, having fun, and with the ability to have no one to stop them, you then have the Purple Man appear. Now, the Purple Man knows that he cannot just walk up to his children. He has to take each one of them out one by one, because if they're all together, they're more powerful than he is, and they'll be able to stop him. And so while you have the children just minding their business and having fun, they're getting grabbed left and right by the Purple Man. Now, luckily for the children, Daredevil arrives to fight against the Purple Man. And the fight does last for a few pages, and you do have Matt go out of his way to find different kinds of ways to make sure that the Purple Man will not be able to use his powers on him. And so at the tail end of this section, you have the Purple Man lose to Daredevil. And this leads into the closing parts of the story, where you do have Kirsten give Matt an update about what happened to the children after saving them from the Purple Man. Now, unfortunately, some of the kids are able to go back to their mothers, but some can't, because when it came to the Purple Man, he killed them or he had put them in jail, where unfortunately the kids could not see their mothers, and so they have to find another relative. Now that leads into Kirsten wondering how Matt is doing, because The Purple Children did a number on Matt with the idea of feeling all those different kinds of emotions all at once. And some of those emotions Matt has felt over and over again throughout the years as Daredevil. But at the same time, he was also beat down by the Purple Man. Now, when it comes to Matt, he's not really someone to open up to other people. A lot of times he will try to hide his pain, to hide how he feels. But when it comes to Kirsten, we see that it's beginning to change, that something is different about her to the point where he's actually able to open up how he feels to her, which is a great thing. But this is where we are going to end today's comic book video. So please leave me a like down below and subscribe. But guys, see y'all next time. Later.